This back just a little bit here. There you go. It looks a little better. Well, today, as we venture out into the world of Freemasons and the Order of the Eastern Stars, today we're going to talk about, just for a brief moment, what's behind the door. What's behind that door? When you have solicited, when you have asked, when you have uh, paid your application fee to become a Mason or an Eastern Star, what's behind the door? What is it that draws you into a society such as the Freemasons and the Order of the Eastern Star? What's behind the door? After you have had your initial conversation with those individuals uh, who have come to your home, who have interviewed you, who have had a good conversation with you, what's behind that door? Greetings to everyone who's coming on. I appreciate it. Blessings to you on this wonderful day here in San Diego, and I hope that where you're at, that everything is well and beautiful also, and that your family is well. Uh, you know, and that's my wish for you and yours. So today we're going to talk about the thing we call Freemasonry. We're going to talk about and discuss uh, the the hidden mysteries behind the door just for a few minutes. We're going to talk about that. What's going on, Brother Phillips? How you doing? What's going on, Brother Moore? Big Coop, what's happening with you? So as people begin to gather in today and we have this topic about what's behind the door, behind the door, um, Hercules number 295. What's going on? Welcome, Brother White. As we have this conversation, I know many of us who have become initiated and the Freemasons and the Order of the Eastern Star. Are you disappointed? Are you disappointed? Have you found that which you were seeking for? Have that came upon you? Have you had that moment in time and saying, this is why I joined the Freemasons and the Order of the Eastern Star? Have you had that moment? Or are you disappointed in what you have seen in the Masonic Order and the Eastern Star? Have you arrived yet? That should be the question. Have you arrived yet? But today is, you know, what's behind the door? Have you found that which was behind the door suitable for you and what you want out of Freemasonry? Have you found that to be a place of solace, a place to where you're able to legitimately be who you are without being prejudged? Is that the place you found, or did you find a place of people just doing any and everything and not beholding to the customs of the organization for which you are now a member of? What have you discovered? What have you come across? What have you found in this thing called Freemason and the Order of the Eastern Star that keeps you there? What have you come across that is so intriguing to you that you just man, I enjoy this organization? What is it? What is it that you discovered behind door number one that made it so intriguing? And I'm going to pick up with this on tomorrow. I'm going to do a private Zoom. So if you want to become part of that, tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, uh, no, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to be doing a Zoom on what's behind door number one, going more into specific things as far as Freemasonry is concerned. I can't do that publicly here, but I can do it privately on the Zoom. So we'll be doing that on tomorrow. So if you want to join us on tomorrow as we venture into the hidden mysteries behind door number one and the whys. As I said before, not long ago, you need to start asking why. Why do we do these certain things? And on tomorrow, we're going to break down some of the things that we do and answer the question why. Greetings to all. Thank you. I appreciate that, Brother Charles. How you doing? We're going to do that tomorrow. As last month, we enter into the first degree of Freemasonry, and it was a very good conversation piece we had, and we'll do the same on tomorrow. So if you want to be part of the discussion on our Zoom just hit me up and we'll do that. Get you involved with that. It's only for the initiate. So, I know a lot of people come on the channel and they tend to eavesdrop and get little cues and things like that, how to approach and how to be and all that stuff. And that's all gravy. But until you've gone through the door, until you've gone through the door and been initiated, actual initiation. I'm not talking about sitting down watching somebody do an initiation. I'm talking about actually going through it. So tomorrow we're going to discuss the inner workings behind the door. But for now, I am curious to find out what did some of you discover. And if that what you discovered is that intriguing enough to keep you as a part of this glorious society of Freemasonry. Is that all there is for you to be kept? Is to go through the first door and say, wow, I enjoy it, so this is going to keep me. Or are you one of those individuals who are easily bored and what you came across was intriguing and then it died out? That light began to flicker. You were not able to hold up the birth-stained banner. That's where I'm at. Oh, I can say yes. I heard that, Brother Charles. Behind the door number one is a mirror. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Behind door number one is a mirror. So, greetings from Virginia. Welcome aboard. So, this is the topic. This is that question. Is this intriguing enough? Is door number one intriguing enough to keep your light on in Freemasonry? Is door number one intriguing enough to keep your light on as a member of the Order of the Eastern Star? And I'm going to share this with you. For those sisters who have become members of the Order of the Eastern Star, this is a gem for some of you and some of you is not, but for those of you who are members of the Order of the Eastern Star, you must know and understand that you have completely completed your 300. And for those of you who are members of the Order of the Eastern Star, you must know that you have completed your 360 degrees. See, you are complete. A brother Mason is not complete. He's not complete, but a sister of the Order of the Eastern Star, once she's gone behind the door, she becomes complete, 360 degrees. And I'll be talking about that on tomorrow also. But for now, we're talking in regards to individuals who may come on here who have been initiated. Oh yeah, have you found that what you was looking for behind door number one? Was that enough? I mean, was door number one the thing that lit your fire and keeps you hungry and keeps you going? Is that it? Because for a lot of individuals who've came through the doors of Freemasonry, once they entered door number one and they looked around and they discovered, okay, this is interesting, and then they don't come back. Sometimes you have to ask a brother who was initiated, just getting into the first degree of the enter-apprentice, why he did not come back. This is in order to build upon that which you already have in your organization, and asking a person who came to your lodge, who was initiated in your lodge, brother, we see you didn't come back. Well, is there a particular reason? And allow that person to be honest with you. Maybe it was something that was done. Maybe it was something that wasn't done. Maybe when he got initiated, he's like, this is it? Is this it? And that should be it. His initiation should be so intriguing, so like, wow, so like, yes, this is what I'm talking about moment, until he's intrigued enough to want to stay and be around and try and understand and travel and be amongst the society of Freemasonry. The first degree is supposed to be that intriguing to him or to her. That degree of the Order of the Eastern Star, as she give those raps to go into that labyrinth of life, supposed to be so intriguing to her and so admiring to her, till she's like, this is what I've been waiting for. This is what it's supposed to be like. And if it's not, then you have to ask yourself why. What's behind the door that was intriguing and then the light goes out? Or was just getting behind the door intriguing enough? I'm asking a question because a lot of us don't ask that question. A lot of us look at it as being, okay, you know what, I'm here and that's it. Yeah, and I think it's a lot more to that. I do, and I do that because I find that being in this thing we call the Masons and Eastern Stars, that is that's the thing. That's the beauty, you know. But it's something more to that. It is definitely more to that, and that's what keeps me personally. That is what has kept me here for so long because of the brothers I've met along in this journey. Man, you are some beautiful people. I've met some beautiful brothers in this journey from all walks of life, man, and that is what has been so intriguing to me. And the higher I've become in these previous degrees and primitive rites and all, it all comes together. It all accumulates and points me in a direction to where I'm able to understand the totality and bring together those other rights I have received. And then, as I stated before, as the foundation is laid and I've gone up into these appending degrees, I'm able to look down and see the beauty of the foundation. To me, that is what is so intriguing about Masonry. That is so, man, that has been so intriguing to me. And then the beautiful people I've met along the way has just really inspired me to continue this journey. I mean, literally across the board. Be it Grandmaster Jackson here in down here in San Diego, who represents Modern Free. Be it Be it Philip Thomas, who was the Grandmaster PHA California, who passed away a few years ago. Be it my past Grandmasters that I've had the opportunity of serving under. All of them have played a part in the aspiration of continuing this journey as a Mason and as an Eastern Star. Greetings, brother from the UK. How you doing? All right, I appreciate that. Appreciate you tuning in. So that for me, really, and then let me other things that have really inspired and intrigued me in Freemasonry is that all of those profound leaders who have come through the doors of Freemasonry really inspired me to be amongst those. I'm just putting it out there. To be amongst the, the, the leaders who have laid that foundation really inspired me to want to stay with and to want to be a part of this great society of Freemasonry. I mean, people can say, well, he was initiated this, he was initiated that, he was in that jurisdiction. But that jurisdiction is where he was a member, but he was a Mason regardless. Just like my sister Maya Angelou, okay? Maya Angelou, being an Eastern Star, I mean, what great company to be in. I mean, as a sister of an order, what great company to be in. And also LaToya Jackson. I mean, I don't know much about LaToya, but what great company to be in to know that these individuals who have made their mark in life is a part of Freemason. Angela Stone is another one who I had to meet in our discussion, and found that she was a member of the Order of the Eastern Star. I want to say either Congressman Walter Waters or Senator Lady Walter Waters. But anyway, to find out that these individuals are Masons and Eastern Stars, accumulate everything that's in me to say, yes, it is something about this organization that draws them into it. I'm just saying. And I find myself to be among some of the greatest individuals to walk this planet and who were Masons. Now, to me, man, that sets the example. Thurgood Marshall is another one. What a great opportunity to say that I'm part of the same society that he was part of. I know some people say, well, you're in the same jurisdiction. It's not even about that. It's about the society in its totality, the whole. It's about the whole. It's about, like my brothers over in the UK, my brother Dwight Muhammad. This brother has over 3,500 books. He told me that, and I've seen his library for myself. And then now he has his own channel to where he's reviewing a book every day. I believe he's done 5 this week. He's done Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So he's done 3 already, 4, where I've gone back and looked at his books and seen what he was bringing forth and saying, look, this is a good book. See, to be amongst people like that, brother, sisters, you know, the minister, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, he should have been #1 on my list. The minister, I mean, oh brother, brother Clark, you know, uh, Ben Johnson, those guys. I mean, come on, man. I mean, what an example of great men who have walked through the doors of Freemasonry. That's intriguing enough for me, in a sense, to keep me moving for the next 50, 60 years. Just knowing that I stand and gone through those doors as they have gone through them. The words are so true, brothers, sisters. The words are so true. When the sisters ask the famous question, "Are you a member of the Order of the Eastern Star?" and you give the correct answer, it is so true. When they ask you as a Mason from which you come and you give the correct response, man, those things hold true, as many and brothers and fellows have done before. Do you understand? Do you understand? I'm just saying. I, I'm amazed of this organization and those who have walked through its doors. I enjoy their fellowship. I've enjoyed who they are to me and what they're meant to me. And for those who I've met along the way, I mean personally met, shook your hand, and those who I've met through this medium here, and personally talked to you on the phone, you inspire me to keep moving. And I've spoken to many of brothers from various jurisdictions. And you have encouraged me to continue the work. You have encouraged me to continue to speak out and to speak up and to continue to merge and to march forward. You have done that for me, and I hope I've done that for you, you know, to where I've inspired you to say, look, if you want to grow your organization, if you want to be that, be the example. Set the standards. You know, when someone sees a Mason, they need to see you. You know, that's my thing. You know, hey, do you know anybody about a Mason? Yeah, I do. You're looking at one. Oh man, I thought you was one. I just wasn't for sure. Yeah, I am. You know, and this is what is so intriguing. I don't know about you. I can't speak to you on your journey, but I'm speaking in regards to what I've gotten out of it, what I'm putting into it, and what I continue to put into it, and the people I've met. Period. I mean, beyond my own jurisdictions too, is when I get the invite to come to other brothers' jurisdictions and their supreme councils and their banquets and speak with their sovereign grand commander and speak with their grand masters and get the notice from overseas from my brother from Italy and Brazil. When you get those notices and invite, whether you can go or not, but when you get them, that is like freaking amazing. I'm just telling you, I love it. I enjoy it. It is just such a beautiful thing to be able to reach beyond the waters and across the pond and have that relationship. I mean, a legitimate relationship. It's man, it's freaking all right to me, you know, for a brother be it from Italy or Brazil or down in South America, or over in the Bahamas, to reach out to you and say hello. And then you have my brothers who are the mechanics, who have reached over and reached out to me. We've had great conversations. I spoke with the Grand Master of the mechanics out of New York. We have had conversations. I mean, this thing right here, I mean, I don't know about you in who you've spoken to in regards to Freemasonry, but I can only speak for my own. And those individuals that I've named, oh man, you know, the Grand Master out of New York for the mechanics really enlightened me as we had our conversations a few months back. And we said that we would be in touch, and we was actually working on where we can have the visitation with each other's jurisdiction. I just haven't. I've been busy and haven't gotten to my part yet. But that is something I'm definitely looking forward to. I'm letting you know. I'm definitely looking forward to you. Hey, the fraternal gentlemen were and are located in the 757. Okay. Greetings on different levels. Oh man, look. There's a brother here right now, and he already know who he is. I'm not gonna even call his name out. And from what I understand, he's either a EA or a fellowcraft right about now. But this brother is so intrigued with masonry. He and I has been in contact for a long time that he's been waiting years to get raised. I mean, when I say years, I'm talking more than 2 years to be raised to a sublime degree of a master mason. And yet he hadn't wavered of one iota. But I tell you what, if you walked him, I mean, walked up on him, and he had on light, whether it be a Masonic ring or whether it be on his truck, because he drives a truck, no, that's one brother you probably want to walk up on. You wouldn't want to walk up on him. I mean, there are some brothers who are into apprentices that will blow your freaking mind. I mean, literally just give you information pouring out the windows, brother. I mean, there are sisters. I was at my OES meeting on Saturday, and my grand matron, she has all of the degrees on the back of her SUV. And I was like, sis, why you got all those? Because I earned all of those, and I can talk about all of those. And she meant that. She said she earned them all, she know them all, and if anybody want to talk about them, they'll talk about all of them. I was like, oh, okay, grand matron. You know, I stepped on, well, I had to step back. But I'm saying this to say that this is what it's done for me. You know, this is what it's done for me, man. And I don't know about some of you, but for me, this is what has kept me. This is what keeps intriguing me, because I keep meeting brothers from all over the place. I do, and I'm loving every minute of it. Even the brothers I met from Romania that came here a few years ago, and I had the conversation with them, and knowing their history and talk to them and build and forge the relationship with them, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. There's nothing like going to another state outside of your own jurisdiction and meeting fresh new brothers. I was in Atlanta about 2 years ago. Brother Donald Jackson, you know, he was a member of the Grand Lodge in New York, but he moved to Atlanta. And Brother Jackson passed away a few months ago. And it bothered me because every Sunday, this brother would hit me up with a note, with a message. Hey, Brother Hawkins, how you doing? Blessings to your family. Brother Hawkins, every Sunday this brother did that since I had met him through this medium. This brother did that. He was a member of the Grand Lodge in New York, moved down to Atlanta, and this brother stayed in touch with me. And when I went to Atlanta and I met him, we went out, we ate, we chopped it up. And this is the beauty, let me tell you. So we are sitting in a restaurant. It's me, my grandmaster, Brother Morpheus, another brother, Burte, I'm messing up his name, Brother James Harris. We're all sitting in there, and another brother who his parents all walked through, he saw us sitting there fellowshipping, he joined in. And it was like, this is what it's all about. He was like, hey, brothers, how y'all doing? Oh, we all right? Oh, well, where you from? From da-da-da, da-da-da. We all shook it up. We took pictures. We fellowship. We ate. Man, see, when you can get that, greetings, what's going on? What's going on, Brother Copeland? When you can get that and set aside your minor differences and ideologies and allow Freemasonry to do what it's supposed to do, yeah, now I'm smiling, I'm happy, I ain't lying. That shit right there, you be lit. I'm telling you, you be lit. You be like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, you know. And then you can understand, but when you can understand it when it says, as many and brothers and fellows have done before me. Now you understand the relationship. You understand the relationship now. See, people who are not building relationships and they call themselves Masons, and they're disrespecting other people in their jurisdictions, they have yet to even glance and break down the interworkings of masonry. I don't even know how they got behind the door. I don't. I don't understand how they were allowed to get behind the door into Freemasonry without understanding just the just the basic concept of being initiated and having that ideal of what masonry should be and what it should look like. I mean, legitimately speaking, masonry is that society of men that bridges, that comes together and says, this is who we are. That's what masonry, that's what I get out of it. You know, that's totally what and the Eastern Star is the same thing. It's those women who stand up and say, we are women. And we've gone through this transformation, equating to the 360 degrees of the total circle, stopping by each point and understand what each point represents in their life, and getting to the last point and understanding the right roles. Oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And understanding the 5 colors. There is so much behind the door of the organization for us to gravitate to and have an understanding of, until I don't even know why some of us are angry at each other sometimes. I don't get it. Hey, the fraternal gentleman, could you inbox me your number? Brother Hawkins, adding many books to my growing library. Knowledge and application of that knowledge is power, truthfully, constantly learning every day. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, absolutely. You know, that's what I get. That's where I'm at. You know. And when you get there, when you get to that spot, when you get to that point of having a better understanding, that is to me a glorious and beautiful thing. Nobody can tell me anything different. That's just the fact of the matter. 7:10. That's the fact of the matter. That's it. So look, as always, for those of you who was able to stop in today and fellowship with me, I'm indeed honored to have you here. There's some big things that are happening, and I'm only going to speak about it after it happens. I can't talk about it now because I was told that I talk too much, you know, about things that I'm working on and I'm doing. So I decided to taper back a little bit. But there are some great things that are happening within the brotherhood of Freemasonry. So I'm going to keep it to myself. Then after it happens, I can post pictures. I can say this has actually happened, blah, blah, blah. Instead of just, because some people are sabotage things that you're working on before they're completed. So I have to kind of keep things under wraps. And for those who are close to me, you already know what I'm working on. For those of you, you already know that there's something big coming up in August. We got something big coming up in July. You already know. So I'm going to keep that where it's at. But definitely, I appreciate you joining. Do me a favor, please. Hit that like button for me. Share this, share this channel. And for those who come on, we talk about everything. You know, the other day I was talking about leaving the kids alone, you know, because I feel that we as a society are letting our kids down by being bombarded by things that they don't need to partake right now. I really believe that. Keep it to yourself about Africa. yeah, that's one of them things too I was told I should be quiet about until it's over, until I've done the thing with them. You know, keep that on a hush hush. And you know, I gotta do it. Gotta let Brother Boris, let's see what you were saying about Brother Boris. Gotta let Brother Boris know about the channel. All right, I think he already knows, but if he doesn't, yeah, let him know, bro. Let him know. Let him know. I appreciate it. So look, I'm gonna get out of here. Hey man, look, sisters, I love you. Brothers, I love you. I only want the best for you. And I want you to keep growing and setting the example and being the mark of what it is to be a Mason, what it is to be an Eastern Star. So when I see you in person, we will be able to slide across the table that mark. I'll receive mine from you and you from me. So we'll be able to do that. So you'll catch that on the way home. But until then, I think if brothers read their obligation, understood the meaning. Yeah, Brother Charles, we've had that conversation. We've had that conversation. What was next? Let me see something. It says, will you be African American? Oh, that's a good one. Would I be African American? You know what? There's some things happening. So I'm going to leave that where it's at. But look, I appreciate you. I really do. I love you all. Peace and be well and Godspeed. And remember this, as always, I'm not your study guide. I'm just here to help you study. And join me on tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as we really go behind the door, asking and finding answers to the question why on the first degree. Thank you. I appreciate you. Until then, send me your email. You know oh yeah, John Hall, I know. I'm going to send you that. You'll get that invite. Look, everybody take care of yourselves. I'll holler at you later. Peace.